Hello and welcome back to the Woodshop. We have a skew gouge here which needs sharpening, so I'm going to show you how to sharpen that on the Tormek. This is using a jig out of the Woodworker's accessory pack or jig pack, and I've simply mounted it in there with the correct sized tooth. Doesn't really matter about the stick out on this one. This is a standard grind on an Irish grind chisel, and I've also marked the bevel as black with a permanent marker so that I can find the angle which I need to set the Tormek to. For this roughing gouge, we're going to use the method you'd use on any tool that you need to grind an angle onto, but you don't know what it is. These are really difficult to get a angle gauge onto, so what I like to do is just simply look down there and then adjust this until we are straight. Looks like it's got pretty good coverage. Lock that down and then just give the wheel a little bit of a roll and then check the skew chisel. I can see that I'm a little bit too far back, so I just need to bring this out a tiny bit more, perhaps like that, and then check again. Still a little too far out, so I'll adjust that a little bit more. And now I have a nice even line across the permanent marker where the permanent marker has been ground off. So I can get that completely locked down now, turn on the Tormek, and then pass along the edge. You'll find as you sharpen this, you need to sharpen the sides, the wings, a lot more than the bottom curve, because the bottom curve has a lot less contact area, so you'll need to go across it much quicker. And you need to check holding this up to the light regularly just to check that you are keeping straight across there. If you do go off straight, you can simply put the chisel square up against the stone, push it in until you get an even flat top, and then grind until you've cleared that flat all the way across. You can also do that if you've got a tool which has been sharpened by another method and you've come to the Tormek for the first time and you're not sure what the grind is. You can level off the cutting edge and then go and grind away until you have a nice smooth surface once again. Now if you need to get an extra sharp finish using the smooth side of your dressing stone, just glide that along as flat as possible along your stone and then do another finish pass, and that will give you a much finer grip. If you have the Japanese stone for your Tormek, you don't even need to bother with that because you've already got it. Just an unbelievable mirror finish on your cuts. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So now we go over to the leather wheels. So as we come to hone this, we're obviously going to need to drive the guide rod in a long way, the tool rest, and we're trying to get this as flat as possible. The way I like to try and see if this is set level is by simply passing this back and forth across the leather wheel, and you'll see a nice even indent on the wheel where your tool made contact. So before we go too crazy on this, let's go ahead, turn this on and add just a little bit of buffing compound with my finger and try and evenly distribute it as possible. It will come off in clumps, there's not much you can do about that. I've got a little bit for the small honing wheel as well. Exactly the same as sharpening, we're just resting against and doing a slow even turn using as much of the buffing wheel as possible. And then we'll take the tool rest off. You can take the tool guide off, the jig off, and then we can simply just drive this along the inside as flat as possible, just to clean up the inside burr. And there we go. Once we get this cleaned off, this tool is ready to go back on the lathe. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video useful for sharpening your roughing gouges on the Tormek. Works with the Tormek T4 as well as the Tormek T8, as long as you have the woodworking pack. If you want to see other videos, sharpening, wood turning, shop projects, I'd love to have you along for the journey. Take a look at some of our other videos and hit subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell next to the subscribe button for notifications. If you've got any ideas, suggestions, better ways to sharpen a chisel, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching.